Hello! Today's stories come from r/Am I the Butthole? We have 4 stories today on the theme of maternity. They are a mix of judgments with the most controversial in the middle. But story 1 had no controversy and all the outrage. It is titled, Am I the jerk for refusing to tell my husband the gender of our baby after he skipped going to the doctor appointment with me? My husband and I are expecting. This is our first baby and we're excited. Thing is, he barely attends any doctor appointments with me, and his excuses aren't even valid. He's willing to miss the doctor appointment over soccer, or a drink, or board games with friends. His response is always, I'm not the one carrying the baby. Why do I have to go see the doctor with you? Last week was my final straw. He was supposed to come with me for the baby's gender reveal appointment, but he chose to not come last minute because his friend invited him to a fish and chips meal. I was pretty livid, but didn't make a fuss about it. Mom went with me instead. He texted asking me to tell him the results, boy or girl, but I refused to tell him. He kept spam calling me, but I hung up each time. He came home fuming, demanding I tell him the results. But I refused and bluntly told him, since he refused to attend the appointment, then he gets no results till after the baby's born. I said I was willing to die on this hill. He went off calling me spiteful and immature for doing this and punishing him. He said he's the father and has the right to know. He then called me dramatic since I wasn't alone and mom was with me. I said he gets no results, period. He's been fuming about it and told his family, and they're now pressuring me to stop playing mind games with him and tell him. But I declined. Am I the jerk? Edit, update. Hi, so first of all, wow, I did not expect this to blow up. Sorry, can't answer any comments because of feeling overwhelmed. I just wanted to mention that my husband just attempted to contact my doctor to get the results. It didn't go well, and we had another argument over it. He couldn't get it since his mom was the one who made the call. Redditors had absolutely no chill in the comments and went in with a harshness. Anai said, not the jerk, already a deadbeat dad before the baby is even born. Oh no, Spaghettio said, I would drop a friend if I found out they prioritized fish and chips over their wife and baby's doctor appointment. Dirty Pig said, if he's telling you, I'm not carrying the baby, why do I have to go to the doctor with you? That's going to turn into, I didn't push out that baby, why should I look after it? Real quick. Edit, not the jerk. Gel of Youth added, yep, this is going to be the dad that complains he has to babysit while his wife goes to the store to buy him food. Poor OP. These comments really hit the nail on the head, and it looks like she is in it for the long haul. She shouldn't be expecting much help from her husband. I'm going to have to say, not the butthole, given that he hasn't taken the time to show he actually cares and has gone to 0 appointments. Story 2 brings balance back to the force with another story that was judged just as harshly, but the other way. It is titled, Would I be the jerk if I didn't let my husband attend the baby shower or birth of our child? My husband, 29 years old, and I, 28 years old, have a daughter, a 3-year-old. He was happy when I told him she was a girl. We're having another, and when I had my ultrasound, I was told it was another girl. Again, my husband was happy. Turns out, I was told wrong, and it's actually a boy we're having. My husband freaked out in excitement. His reaction to us having a boy was nothing like either of his reactions to having a girl. He was actually jumping around and yelling. He immediately called all his friends and family. He kept hugging and swinging our daughter around, telling her she's getting a brother. I confronted him about not being this excited about having girls, and he said, 'Cause I wanted a boy. I got so upset, I don't want him at the baby shower. I guess it's not really a baby shower as we're not asking for anything, but still. Or the birth. He thought I was kidding at first, but once he realized I was serious, he got really upset and started an argument over it. Would I be the jerk if I didn't let him attend the baby shower or birth? OP was not prepared for the backlash she got in the comments. Chem MJW said, You're the jerk, not wanting your husband to attend a baby shower and or the birth of his own child because he is excited about having a son, which you interpret years later as him having been insufficiently excited for your personal taste about having a daughter is honestly One of the most mind-numbingly dumb and butthole-ish things I've ever read in this sub. Not only are you the jerk, you're the jerk 1,000 times over. Far Juggernaut shared, "You're the butthole. Excluding would be a relationship ender for me and many others. It doesn't sound like he treats your daughter badly or complained about having a second girl. So what's the problem that he got excited for unexpectedly having a boy? I know women who had similar reactions to having a girl. Doesn't mean they love their sons any less." East Lease Coast added, "My spouse is my partner, not my parent. Trying to punish me would be a deal breaker." Definitely the jerk. The fact that OP's husband was excited for girls when he did in fact want a boy shows that he's excited regardless. Punishing him for showing extra excitement in such a monumental way is a huge flag. What the heck? Story 3 was the most controversial this week, and I struggled on how to fit it in with a maternity theme. Then I realized, whichever side you land on, at least one person in this story is the biggest baby of the bunch. Story 3 is titled, "Am I the jerk for wanting hot food?" Yesterday, I went ice skating with my girlfriend. Tuesday is one of her days for dinner, so she made chicken salad. When I saw the chicken salad, I admit I made a face. She was like, "What? What's the problem?" I said that we were outside in the cold all afternoon and I wasn't really in the mood for cold food. She said, "We're inside. The heat is set to 74 degrees and we're both wearing warm, dry clothes. So it was plenty warm enough to eat salad." I said, "Sure, but I just want something warm to heat me up on the inside." She said that was ridiculous because my internal temperature is in the 90s and my insides are plenty hot. At this point, we were going in circles, so I said I was just going to heat up some soup and told her to go ahead and start eating and I'd be back in a few. When I came out of the kitchen with my soup, she was clearly upset, and she asked how I would feel if she refused to eat what I made tomorrow, which is today. I said I wouldn't care, and she said that was BS because it's rude to turn your nose up at something someone made for you. Was I the jerk for not wanting cold salad after being cold all day? Update. Wednesday after I served the plates, my girlfriend said she didn't want pasta and was going to make a salad. I was pretty sure she was going to do this, and it didn't bother me. I waited for her to come back to start eating, and when she sat down, I tried to talk to her about her day. She asked if I was trying to make a point. I asked what she meant. She asked if I cared that she wasn't going to eat what I made. I said I didn't and would have it for lunch. She got frustrated, focused on her salad, and wouldn't engage with me. After dinner, I said we shouldn't make dinner for each other anymore. She asked why I thought that, and I said it's clear that she gets upset when she makes food for someone and they don't eat it. It would be better for us to make separate meals so we each know we will get what we want and no one's feelings would be hurt. She said it wasn't okay for me to make a unilateral decision about our relationship. I said that I wasn't, but I didn't want to cook for her anymore or have her cook for me if it was going to make her upset. We kind of went round and round on it until the conversation petered out. She texted me at work Thursday that she was going to make salmon. I decided that if she tried to cook for me, I would just let her so she'd feel like she won over on me and we'd draw a line under this. She ended up making salmon only for herself, which I was surprised by because I was expecting her to try to convince me to have some. I made myself a quick omelet and sat down with her. She asked if I was upset she didn't cook for me, and I said no. Again, she accused me of making a point. She asked if I was going to cook for her Friday, and I said no. She was put out. Friday, she was upset that I made only enough curry for one person and called me greedy. At this point, I'm over it all, so I just ignored her. The comments were all "you're the butthole" until the update when things took a turn in OP's favor. Khaleesi Mounter said, "Everyone sucks here, just break up already." Zap Danigan added, "Sometimes relationships end with a big fight that ends the relationship. And sometimes it should end because two people can't figure out what to effing eat without getting each other upset. If your relationship can't handle what's for dinner, it's doomed." But what if Ifley said, "Here's the thing. It looks like I won't get much support here, but it was fairly unilateral in the judgment post that he was the butthole because of how he handled it, not because he wanted to eat something else, and that OP should communicate with his partner." So what did he do here? He communicated. Now, he did make an extreme decision, which is clearly having an effect, but he was right. She was getting upset if he didn't want to eat what she made, and she just proved his point. She is being a child. I'd take it a step further. She also seems to be trying to upset him in order to make a point and then accusing him for making a point when he doesn't react the way she wants. Red flag much? This relationship is a boiling frog. Our last story has a mommy on the edge with an interesting commentary on a newish trend. Story 4 is titled, Am I the jerk for losing it and telling in laws to stop calling me mama and trying to erase my identity? I have 2 kids, a 2-year-old female and a 4-year-old female. I fracking hate how everyone thinks of me as being just a mommy now. I don't get to be my own person. I'm just mommy. Husband doesn't face this. He gets gifts from everyone that have to do with his hobbies. Me? I get a bunch of mommy junk. Teehee, mommy needs wine. And like matching outfits, I don't mean like one of those cutesy matching pajama sets that the nurses and horse girls wear in their staged Christmas Insta pics. I mean like people actually think I'm going to go out in public wearing some cutesy matching outfits with my toddlers, as though I think they're mini versions of myself or dolls. From the time we got to the in-laws, it was mama this and mama that. At some point, my sister-in-law said it, and I said, You know my name is Carmen, right? She just looked at me funny and said, Of course, silly. I said, So why do you keep calling me mama? You aren't going around calling husband papa. Sister-in-law just looked at me like I had 2 heads and was like, okay. This went on all over Christmas. Here you go, mama. Want another slice, mama? At that point, I was just like, do you guys mind calling me by my name instead of calling me mama? The same sister-in-law as before did the whole golly gee doe-eyed thing and said, But you're such a good mama. I said that I'm not just a mom. I gestured to the things that husband got for Christmas from them and said, Why didn't you guys get him anything that says papa? Everything you gave me is somehow related to me being a mom. Why does he get to be his own person? Mother-in-law grabbed my hand and squeezed it and said that she was sorry that she made me feel like this. She was just so excited about being a grandma and she never really thought of things like that. I was feeling a little better until sister-in-law 2 and sister-in-law 3 started going after me. One of them did that whole, Are you okay? Do you need to talk to someone? You sound so angry it isn't healthy, faux concern thing that's meant to shame you for having any emotional response. The other one was angry, saying, Is being a mom somehow beneath you? And do you think you're better than the rest of us? And all that. When we finally left, he asked me why I'd kept it in for so long, and I said that I haven't. No one listened to me before. I've said these things plenty of times. I've always asked them to call me by my name and not some disgusting nickname that boils me down to giving birth. He nodded, but said that I'd put a big pallor on the weekend and that I need to apologize for the outburst at some point. I said sure. As soon as sister-in-laws apologized to me for dehumanizing me for years. We're at a stalemate. Am I the jerk? Reddit had OPs back in the comments. Papu said, No, your sister-in-laws owe you an apology and you owe them effing nothing, even after. Strangled in Moonlight added, I'm so petty, I'd start calling them sister-in-law all the time and only getting them sister-in-law stuff. Oh, sister-in-law, here's your birthday present. Sister-in-law rides horse stuff. Even if I had to special order it, erase them and replace it with sister-in-law stuff. General Grievances said, Girl, I got my husband so much cool crap for Christmas. Do you know what I got? A diaper bag. My kid isn't even born yet, and I feel your misery. Not the jerk. This crap sucks. Full Medical Jacket said, I think aprons that say Auntie needs Botox would be perfect. Ugh, has anyone given birth recently? In the hospitals, it's mama this, mama that. It used to be a simple common courtesy to call people by name in a place of business, but that's all out the window now. It's just so lazy, not using a person's name or giving them a generic crap gift. One and the same, in my opinion. If you've enjoyed the story and would like to hear more, consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. Thanks, and bye for now.